Hey, Nick here with the Covert family. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how we get ready for a cruise. Now, from our perspective, we're a family of 5. So if you're a family of 5 or more people, perhaps some of the things I'm going to talk to you today could also be applicable to you. I'm going to be talking about packing cubes and how they help our family stay organized. I'm going to be talking about creating a personal itinerary and the usage of a travel binder, and also a hotel bag and some of the things that come out of that hotel bag. My first tip is about packing cubes. Now, packing cubes I've seen in lots of different YouTube video maker places. And they're just real standard items like this, where you take your clothes, you put them inside, and then you put them into your luggage. And if you're like me, you're probably thinking, especially if you've never used a packing cube, you're probably thinking, well, what's the difference between putting your clothes in here and putting your clothes just into your luggage? And at the base, there's no real difference. You're still packing them, and I guess you would be technically packing them twice. But for us, for our family, we're able to get more into luggage when we put them into the packing cube than if we just pack them individually. The second part of that tip, though, is for a family, 5 people in one cruise cabin is a lot of people, and we're able to take advantage of being able to get to our room, unpack easily, because all of your shirts are together, all of your shorts or bottoms are together, all of your undergarments are together. And it makes the process just a little bit quicker that way. But for our children, we have different colored packing cubes for each one of them. So we're able to quickly say, oh, that's Grace's, oh, that's Brandon's, and they're able to grab just their things and not have to go through anyone else's things. So if you have a lot of people in your cabin, packing cubes might also be useful for you, just simply because you're able to. For us, we have our kids keep theirs in their packing cubes, put them into the drawers or at the bottom of the space, and they're able to pull them out, take the one thing out, and then put them back in, keeping it much more organized than if they weren't in a packing cube. All right, the next thing I'm going to talk to you about is a hotel bag. And you're going on a cruise. You're probably thinking, well, why would I need a hotel bag? I'm going to go from my place that I travel from to the ship. But lots of people that cruise will get to their embarkation area or their embarkation place a day early, 2 days early, 3 days early, and you may need that. For our family, we usually get there one night early, and for us, we create what we call our hotel bag. We're able to drive to the port of Long Beach for most of our cruises, so we pack a single piece of luggage with everybody's items in it for the day of embarkation. So we'll put in pajamas for the night before, and then the clothes that we're going to wear onto the ship. And then we bring that one piece of luggage into the hotel room, and we're able to leave the rest of our items in the car. Now, if you're flying in, this tip is probably not for you. But it could very well be still for you, because we flew to Alaska, or we flew to San Francisco to go to Alaska, and we packed a single piece of luggage that was to be open at the hotel. We were there 2 days early, And we just went out of that one piece of luggage, making it easier for when we got onto the ship and went to unpack. Now we did have that one extra piece of luggage, which was actually useful for us because we were able to start that kind of like laundry collection area within that piece of luggage. So definitely, if you're going a day before, consider making a hotel bag. So along the same lines as the hotel bag, also consider what you're going to do for embarkation day. We always make sure that we'll give our luggage to the porter and have them take it on. I know some people will bring their own luggage on. For a large family, it's easier to have somebody else manage that because there's other moving parts that we give that up to someone else. But we make sure that within like a backpack or small bag, we put some important things inside of it, including suntan lotion or spray, including camera stuff, including our travel documents, passports, and including anything else that we're going to want that first day. Definitely make sure that you carry on your medication, anything that's kind of irreplaceable in that way. Make sure that comes with you. That way it's a little bit more manageable, not a lot of stress. And if you've been on a cruise before, you know that your luggage could be there pretty close to when you get into your room. But if you've ever had the experience of waiting for your luggage, it could be there after sail away has happened. It could be there 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night, and making sure that you have the things that you need for the day is really important. And along those lines, the Covert family actually also does something else super strategic. We make sure that within either that bag or on our bodies, we've not only worn something appropriate for being out in public, but we're also bringing on our swimsuits. And the reason for that is the pools are open on the day of embarkation. Those first few hours, you're all over the ship looking at things, but taking advantage of the amenities right away can definitely be something that can be useful for your family, especially if you're looking to get the most out of your cruise. And if you're on early and you're looking for things to do, it's just like one more thing to be able to experience. Having because sometimes like the water slides will be off limits, or if you're really big into the ropes course, making sure that you're wearing that appropriate footwear, just being strategic about what you're wearing on board to do maybe one or two of those activities, because it's part of your cruise. All right, so the next tip I have for you is something that I got off of a YouTube channel. A lot of the things that I get are from other YouTubers, so I love to subscribe to YouTubers that give me information for cruising. I get a lot from it, and I also do a lot of reading. But this one comes from The Beach Life. The Beach Life shared this with us. Hani at The Beach Life talked about him getting a clipboard, and he takes the clipboard and he puts his essential documents in there. He's able to put in his boarding pass. When we were still under COVID restriction, have your vaccine card, having your passport, all right there. And for a family of 5, you might be a parent that's like, oh, I'm not just responsible for making sure that I get on the ship, I'm also responsible for my little ones, Brandon, Grace, Natalie. And I'm taking all of those things and making sure that I have them ready for the person I'm working with. Having it right here makes it super simple. You're just able to unclip real quick, hand them what's needed, and then moving along your way. It also, if you're a worrywart or a type A personality, kind of like me, that is definitely something that is a lifesaver. So. I like to give credit to the people that give me information. Sometimes I remember what it is, but thank you so much for Hani at the Beach Life. And hopefully, if that's helpful for you, go ahead and try it out, see if it works. If it works, it does. It's awesome. If it doesn't, that's okay. All right, something more that I do, not just having that clipboard, but I also create like a travel binder. This was, I don't know, maybe $8 at Walmart. Lots of different slots for the things that I need. On the outside, I'll put our itinerary for our upcoming cruise, and I'm actually working on that today as well. And on that itinerary, I'll type out all of my my reservation numbers, not just for the cruise. The cruise is part of the vacation, but the reservation number for the hotel room, any booking information for the flights, and then also at each of the stops I'll put any book things or other attractions that we've talked about, and the times that we need to be there and the times that we're leaving and all of that. That way it's all kind of in one central spot. And then within this, I also make sure I create kind of like a pre-cruise folder, and in it I'll put our hotel reservation information, and rental car or anything else that we need like pre-cruise. Also create one of these for the embarkation day itself, where I put in our luggage tags. If you're flying, you want to make sure that you put on your luggage tags after you get in, but before you get on the ship. So having a place to kind of store those in the median, in between those two spots, is helpful. But also having my boarding pass, a place to kind of put our passports and other important things for boarding. And then I also create one of these for each of the ports that we go to. If we have an excursion booked, putting that. If we're like in Juneau, when we went to Juneau, we had a Turo kind of set up and we had a meeting address listed there, and then other ideas of where we wanted to visit. And for our upcoming cruise, we have just one port, so I'll just have one of these, and then some information about Ensenada, because that's where we're going on the next cruise. But you can do that with all of your ports. That way you have, if you've done research, you've gone through and you've researched, and you found out about places, it'll give you a chance to go back and say, oh, this is, these are the things that I saw. And if you're with a group of people and it's not just yourself making decisions about what you're going to do, it'll give everybody a chance to kind of talk through what they want to do for the day. So definitely consider making a binder, or at least having some sort of organization, pieces that you can have ready for your important documents and important information. So, all right, and now I have a bonus kind of tip that doesn't go really into any of the things I've done here or anything like that, and that is just researching it. Going on, I love to research. I love to read about where I'm going, finding out, unique things about the places. There's so many things in all these places that our cruise ships go to, and relying on one website or somebody else's experience exclusively could really limit that process. So I love to go onto our TV, talk into my Roku thing, and it'll pull me up all sorts of different things from people that have gone on the cruises before, that live in the places. Do research about the stuff that you're going to go do, and come prepared with things that you saw as interesting, and it's your vacation. Make the most of it. It's your time to get to retreat and to relax. So I really appreciate you taking the time to watch all the way to the end. Hopefully you enjoyed what was here. And if you have other tips that I haven't said or you found useful from some other place, go ahead and let me know. Write them down in the comments, and thank you so much. Have a great day.